Okay, everybody, I'm here in the van, and I put a windshield darkener in here to make it where there's not so much sun shining, but let me show you exactly what I'm working with here. So here's the factory stereo that came in it, which is basically a CD player. It's pretty good. It has a little aux input right there, but what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to go ahead and install this right here, and look how it just kind of mounts right up. You can see it. It's a 9-inch tablet that just mounts right there. The buttons are kind of like tucked away right there, but you know what? Most of this is touchscreen anyway, so I'm not really worried about those physical buttons. The only thing you're going to need is a number 10 socket. There is a socket, a couple of bolts that you got to get to right there, and they actually give you a couple of trim pieces. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna pop these off. All you got to do is pop this off right here, and then there's 2 bolts here, 2 bolts here. This should be one of the easiest radio installs I've ever done because it's a actual kit designed for this vehicle. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, everybody, you've seen how quickly that was. That was fast, and you can see the 3 connectors right here, and check it out. We have the 3 connectors right here, very simple, and there's the kind of the antenna plug-in right there. So this is going really smooth, and you see how this mounts just like that. Look how good that looks. And then you'll put this cover back on and then pop these on, and we are done. Believe it or not, that's it. You're done. So let's go ahead, let's get this install finished, and then we'll come back and I'll show you the finished product. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys where I'm at. So I went ahead and plugged in the 3 here. Very simple, just plugs in there. I went ahead and plugged all of these in, even though I'm not going to use these and the backup camera. That's all right here. I'm not installing it in this video. You can see they give you a full-on instructions on how to do that. That's for another day because you have to hook a backup light and all that. You want to go ahead and plug this in because I seen one says Print RX, one says Wi-Fi and Bluetooth antenna. So go ahead and plug that in there. I plugged in all those. The USBs, I actually had them dropped right here. You can see the little USBs are right there. I might eventually put like a port somewhere down here, but you can see one USB there, one USB there. Everything's color coded. Technically, it's ready to install. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and bolt it straight back up to the bolts, and then we'll come back and I'll show you the actual working part because it looks like it's done. That was fast. What you wanna do, you wanna pop this thing back in first, then set the radio in there, and there's a bolt here and a bolt here. So those are more dummy bolts now. So I went ahead and just applied them back in there, tightened it back down. The entire install was done seriously with 1 socket. Okay, so this side went on okay. Let me show you a little thing that I ran into. See this corner of the actual radio right there? It's hitting this piece of plastic right here. So you can make it work. It just lifts this up a little too much. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna Dremel this little edge out right here just to make it fit a little cleaner. Now that's something you guys might be able to take a knife and trim out, but I've got a Dremel, so I'm going to cut a little edge out right there, and it'll just barely miss this because right now it's not popping on there, and all you have to do to take it off is you just got to unplug this. So it's pretty easy to do. So let's do that now. Okay, after further looking at it, that was very, very thin plastic. I actually cut it with these little scissors right here in my multi-tool. That's how thin that was. So that went on there. Now watch what it does. See how it misses that? Look how nice and clean that looks. Then my plug back in there, that just pops on. There you go. That looks awesome, everybody. So that wasn't that bad. I actually trimmed it like that. There is one over here, but look how good that looks. These are all set up nicely. It's pretty much installed. Now let's turn the key on and let's see what we got. There it is. We are installed. Let me hook my phone up and then I'll come back. Okay, we're completely installed. Let me go ahead and start it up. I'm not going to start the engine, but here it is. I'm going to show you how it starts up. So it starts up just like this, and it goes through this kind of boot screen, and you see my phone right here. Now watch what it's doing. Please connect. It's connecting right now. So you would start it up. You'd start driving, pair, success, and then here's what it does. I'm going to show you. It's got a small little boot up. Boom, right into Apple CarPlay. This is 100% remote Apple CarPlay. I have it on a battery right here, but you can see this. Look at this, everybody. There's navigation. There's Pandora. There's my home screen. All of the apps are set up here. Oh, and to turn it down, just pull down like you would on a phone. See how there's a volume right there. So I do have, now, copyright reasons, I'm not going to let the music play. I'm going to turn it down. But music is playing right now. Pandora's up. And then there's a dimmer. If you want to dim the screen, you can dim it down. Screenshot, some different stuff right there. Get off of that. Google Maps is right there. Overcast. I've got Smart Life. So that's an app that can kind of go a lot of different stuff. Waze, Zoom, all these apps are on this right here, by the way. You can go into settings, change this. Now, this is Apple CarPlay. So there's a thing on that. So if you want to close out the CarPlay, you'll go back to here, pull down. Wait a minute. I think it's right in here, settings. Now it's going to go into this setup here. Now there's a Wi-Fi connector, so see how I can connect. I can hotspot off my phone. I can change the displays, wallpaper, themes, all of that. The sound priority. So when you hit this little home, see how it's back in this main one right here. Now what it did, it put CarPlay in the background. I think you want to go right there. See all the different apps. This thing is loaded with features. I am very impressed with this, by the way. So I just got on YouTube a while ago. It does work. You go to the Chrome. See how I'm in the Chrome extension. YouTube. Now watch, it's pulling up the YouTube. I think I need to be connected on hotspot. I am in Wi-Fi. Boom. There it is. There is a video playing right now, everybody. You see that? This is a YouTube video. See, it's loading everything. I just typed in car channels. Check that. So click on that. Now watch. I don't know how well. There's a little bit of reflection in here. It's loading now. Obviously, it's not super fast when it's loading this, but once it's loaded, it works fine. Look at this. There's YouTube playing. If I want to turn it up.
With a love of classics.
Check that out. So then if I want to go full screen on this,
Gateway to the
we are full screen.
They auction over
That is full screen YouTube. I could be playing anything right now. I want to pause it. I can just hit that just like you would a tablet. So it's set up just like a tablet. Pull that down. And then, like I said, you want to pull your... Now, there are buttons on this side, and I've seen some complaints where people's like, those buttons are covered up. But then I'm like, what do you use those things for? Basically, to turn it up and down, and all of that's right here, and all of that. So just like that, I don't think there's anything from the bottom, anything from the side. No, it looks like you just drag from up here, and that access all your settings. Everybody, this is one of the cooler things. Number one, it's very affordable, and it was super easy to install. I highly recommend this kit for anyone that's got a Toyota Sienna and they just want to upgrade their radio from the factory to this. So yeah, there it is, everybody. That's all I got on the, factory installed Toyota Sienna tablet / radio entertainment center. See you guys in the next video.